What's up, happy people? Welcome to another Albion Online Hardcore Expedition tutorial video. And today, we're going to talk about Preaching 15. And this is my first run on Preaching 15, but I recorded this video for maybe past week already. And I'm sorry if I didn't upload this much this week because I'm too busy on my private life and I don't have any time to edit some videos and to put some voiceover into it. So hope you guys will learn a thing or two in here and you will enjoy this run. Enjoy. So guys, in this first part where you have one archer, I wait for this archer to walk into this area before I lure them, and then after establishing my aggro, I just root this archer to get the skeletons that was left below the location of the archer, of the first archer. So yeah. So guys, just a reminder, this is also a thing that I've learned in 15. Never underestimate any mob in 15, even if the skeletons, even the small mobs, they all hurt already. So for this part, the two archers, so make sure to maximize your bridge watch cape here in this part. So that's also a thing that I've learned running in 15, that I need to learn how to use my bridge watch cape properly, because it also helps me to get more time tanking these mobs before rooting them and moving away. So yeah. And also guys, the one thing I like about rooting the mobs is, aside from not getting hit by those mobs, and also by giving a chance to the healer to heal the DPS if ever there are DPS who got damaged by the AoE skills. So yeah. And for the next two archers, I just wait for the one archer to get near to this closer archer to my location, so I can just use my E skill and stun them all together with the skeletons, and I can aggro them immediately using my Q skill. Yeah, just like what I did. So yeah guys, as you can see here, I don't have any control with my bridge watch cape, which is very wrong, because in 14 and 15 bridge watch cape really helps a lot. So make sure to use it properly, and to use it when to use it properly. So yeah guys, as you can see, I already routed the archers again, and as long as the DPS is using their shoes of tenacity properly, I mean, routing a mob in 15 will not be a problem. And I mean, by running 15s with the DPS, your DPS should automatically know how to use their tenacity properly. So also guys, in this part, I will not skip this part because I'm going to skip the Scorpion and also the chest mobs. So we will lose a lot of counts in mobs, so that's why I prefer cleaning this first area, in the second area, up to the last swordsman before the skeleton, before the Scorpion, I mean. So, as you can see guys, I'm not that robust yet in running and looting these mobs in 15, because as I've told you before, this is my first time running in 15. But I've learned in the past week that I've been running Preaching 15, I've learned a lot, and that's also one thing that I've learned, is how to use my bridge watch cape properly, and also when to use my armor skill, and when to lure a new mobs, so you guys won't waste so much time just luring for mobs and the DPS will just stand there while waiting for your lures. So I call them continuous luring. So yep, continuous luring means it means the DPS don't need to wait for any mobs anymore because the tank doing every luring continuously. So see guys, you see what one of our prost is being has been damaged by a poison arrow, and because of the archer, because the archer is rooted, the healer don't need to heal me, and he can heal that frost guy, so he won't die from the poison arrow. See, I only lured one archer here, and I accidentally lured the swordsman. I'm just lucky that I still have my E skill to establish my aggro in there. So, guys, after establishing the aggro, I just move away again. And then let the DPS do their job. And you just stand there so the healer can heal those DPS guys who've been damaged by the poison arrow. So that's a wrong skill. I should have just used my armor skill instead of rooting those mobs. So, but I mean it's fine. No one dies, so it's still fine. So guys, there's no problem in looting this swordsman, except for just the only problem here is the archers and the two archers and the two mages mobs. That is inevitable to lure them singly. I mean, you can lure them singly by using ghost pull, but it will waste a lot of time. So yeah, why do that if you can just learn how teach yourself to tank those kind of mobs at the same time. So yeah guys, after this part the party is going to skip this scorpion guy, the scorpion mob. Yep, you can skip this part just by using your assassin jacket. Don't need to use the specter shoes. So yeah. So also in this part guys, there will be a time where in that location there will be two swordsman and one archer. So make sure if you're a new tank in 14 or 15, make sure not to lure them 3 because they really damage a lot and you might be shocked with the amount of damage that they can produce. So just be careful in luring on that part. And also just what I said before, I'm going to skip the chest. So we will have a lot of time finishing the dungeon. We can just go back in there and kill the mobs inside, or we can just use our skinning boots to ninja what's the loot in the chest. So yeah guys, as you can see. So during that part, okay, so I did it. So during that part guys, you can just automatically lure the other swordsman, which I didn't do. I should have just used my Q skill to lure the swordsman easily in there. Yep, see, I almost died in here. Yeah, I'm just lucky that the healer is really good. But I'll probably be dead in there. So yeah guys, I really hope that you guys will learn something about this video, especially with the mistakes that I've been doing and I'm saying in this video. So you guys will avoid doing that also. So continuous pulling in this part is really good because there are a lot of swordsmen here. I think 4 swordsmen that you can just lure easily. And then 1 archer. I mean, continuous luring in this part will save you a lot of time, so it's an effective way also. So yeah, guys, I would like to share to you some tips also on how to control the scorpion mob. But I think I didn't do the mob here. I didn't do any scorpion mob here in this dungeon. So maybe in the future, because I'm planning also to re-upload my HCE15 runs for so you guys can see the improvements that I've made. Uh-huh. And maybe when I upload the new video with the scorpion map, I'm going to show you guys how to easily tank a scorpion, even in 15. So yeah, guys, as you can see, I used my bridge watch cape again so early that I needed to use my armor skill immediately. Mm-hmm. See, I already spent all of my iframes, which is not, which is a bad thing, of course. I mean, the longer that you can tank those mobs, is the better, right? So yeah, so as a tank, we really need to control our breach watch cape. So 15 minutes more before the dungeon ends, so it's still a lot of time, but we're just halfway through. So guys, in the mage, yeah, in this mage mob, so for you to be able to lure 2 mages in 15 or 14 without dying, uh, I mean, once you attract a mage mob, it will automatically do a normal attack if ever you are in range with that mob, and then after one single normal attack, yep, there will be another one. Yep. So two normal attacks before it activates the slow skill and the AoE ice skill. So make sure to dodge at least one and then just walk away again. So it will not activate the second normal attack, it will just automatically activate the slow skill. Okay? So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking on the boss area, because that's the inevitable part where you really need to lure 2 mages. So I'm going to show you guys how to tank those properly. So here in this part, I become reckless again. But I'm really lucky and I missed that dodge. I'm just really lucky that I really have a good healer here. 13 minutes left. So guys, if you're asking why I didn't kill the skeletons in that area is really a viable, a dangerous spot. Yep, as you can see, there are 2 sides where there are mobs patrolling that area, so the DPS might be out of the position and just attract a lot of mobs. Especially both of those sides really do have a lot of mobs. So that's why I prefer luring the skeletons away from that area. So 2 swordsmen again, just do the thing. Stun them, establish your aggro, and then after establishing your aggro, root them and then just walk away. And then just come back to a certain distance where you can use your Q skill without getting attacked by the swordsman. So yeah, as you can see guys, the swordsman did change target even though I'm using my Q skill. So that's one thing that I've been telling you before, that the DPS really needs to learn how to use their tenacity properly. So as a DPS, it's your part to use your tenacity, to learn how to use your tenacity. Okay? Even if you are just a healer. Healer also attracts mobs. So make sure to use your tenacity. Oops, it's my fault. So yeah guys, the large AoE of that swordsman, make sure to never ever let that face the DPS area, because it's a sure one hit skill for the DPS. Just dodge that skill using your roll or your soldier helmet, the shield, to block the damage, or just using your E skill. It's an iframe also, just like what I've said in my previous video. Your E skill in mace is also an iframe. Never underestimate the skeletons in 15 or 14 because they also hit hard. So we're now approaching the mages again. And yep, one of the most tricky part. I mean, if you guys are running short of time, you can just throw poison on one of these 2 mages and you will automatically get the 2 mages. Just make sure that you know how to tank 2 mages at the same time. Okay? And if you don't do it because you will surely be dead. See you guys. Just walk away. The mouse is rooted. So yeah guys, also I have a question. If you guys really want a voiceover, you can just comment below if you want it, or if you guys want to bring back the old thing that I'm doing, the subtitle, you can also comment down below so I will know. I mean, I'm asking this question because I don't know if everyone can understand my accent. So we're approaching now the 2 mages part. So just wait for the 2 swordsman who is patrolling that area to move away. So yeah guys, some of the tanks just lure those mages normally, but I do it differently. I throw poison in these 2 mages and then move them back here, and then when they do the normal attack, I just use my roll, and see, automatically when I travel a certain distance they will not use the second normal attack, and they will automatically use those slow skill, and then you can just stun them after that, and then After using another's, don't interrupt it when they use the slow again. Interrupt the mages by using your root when they use the AoE frost. Okay, and then after rooting them on that part, you can just use your dodge or your shield to move away from them, because no one really can tank that, especially with that amount of damage that those mages is producing. I mean, I've seen a lot of good tanks really die on that part. And also guys, when doing preaching 15, make sure to have at least one frost. Frost is very important in this boss. It especially it slows the normal attacks. As you can see guys, without the buff, I'm just a 2 hit tank by this boss, even though I have 4.3k HP. And with the frost, it will slow down the normal attack of this boss, and you can easily wait for their skills to cool down so you can dodge and reduce the damage of this boss. So yeah guys, okay, so make sure to have frost weapon on your party when running preaching 14 or 15. I mean 13 also, but if you have a good healer in 13, it is sustainable. So yeah guys, just that's it. If you guys are wondering why I'm not using any other skill on my W, why I'm using interrupt, yep, because I don't want to gamble that AoE frost that this boss is doing, because it's really a one-shot damage for the DPS, because I've experienced it with my blazing, and I don't want my DPS to die. You know, it's not it's not that it's not about the repair. It's about the time, and it's also about being a good tank. I mean, it's your job to interrupt those skills for the DPS so they can have a better life doing their damage. I mean, maximizing their damage without any movement so much, without worrying about any skill. So yeah, guys, that's how you do Friction 15. Yeah, as you can see guys, my conclusion about this video is that I'm not familiar with the timing, especially when a frost use the frost beam. I don't know when the boss will activate the his normal attack, its normal attack again, but I figured it out that whenever the frost beam is already deactivated, or it's not affecting the boss anymore, it will automat the boss will automatically use its normal attack. So just receive that normal attack, and after receiving that normal attack, I mean, if you're very attentive to it, you can dodge it using your roll or your shield. But if you're not that attentive, or I mean, if you don't have really that fast reaction, you can just get that first hit, and then after getting that first hit, make sure to activate your armor, or wait for the second normal attack and use your dodge or your shield to dodge that normal attack damage. Okay, so that's my conclusion in there. Instead of wasting your skill for nothing because of the frostbeam, no. And also this guy, just one funny part in here. You see that red bag in there? Yup, guys, that red bag in there. All right, wait, wait, wait. Ooh. Greedy bitch. I underestimate that skeleton. Yup, that's the point that I've learned my lesson, guys. Never ever underestimate any mob in 15. So, yep, guys. So, I hope you learn a thing or two in this dungeon. And if you have any questions or comments, just comment down below and I will read and reply if it's beyond my knowledge. And if you have any suggestions regarding on how I make my videos, guys, don't hesitate to comment down below, or you can message me in game. You know my name. So yeah, guys, see you on my next video, and always take care of yourself and move away from COVID. So hope to see you guys on my next video. See ya, and God bless everyone.